Hey, welcome to another edition of iFanboy Mini, the smaller version of the comic book discussion show iFanboy. My name is Ron Richards, and I'm here to talk to you about a recent book that came out that I'm a big fan of called New York 4. It's written by Brian Wood and drawn by Ryan Kelly. You might be familiar with Brian Wood and Ryan Kelly from their work collaborating together on the title Local that came from Oni Press. A couple weeks back, that was my pick of the week. This is their first book for the Minx line of books, which is a imprint of DC Comics, which I'm going to be honest with you. The marketing materials we get about Minx, these books are targeted at teenagers and girls. But I seem to like them for some reason. They've got great creators, and they're doing these wonderful kind of, it's an attempt to do kind of American manga almost, although don't quote me on that. They're, smaller digest-sized books. They're black and white, and typically, there are no superheroes. They're typically very personal, kind of relationship kind of stories, that sort of thing. If you've watched iFanboy or listened to any of the stuff we do, you know I love this kind of stuff. So the previous Minx books I've been eating up because they're really, really good. When Brian Wood and Ryan Kelly were doing one, I got super excited because I love Local. And so the New York 4 finally came out. I got my greedy little hands on it, and I was delighted. It was awesome. The story follows a girl named Riley at her freshman year at NYU. We meet her friends, 3 friends. They become the New York 4, and just kind of them trying to survive their first year of school between making money, dealing with college, dealing with the parents, and then also a little bit of romance. Riley meets a mysterious boyfriend, and I'll be honest with you, Brian Wood, I didn't know you had it in you. There's a sinister twist at the end with the romance, which I didn't see coming. But this was a great first shot. I hope this is just the first of many of these characters. They were really kind of relatable, and Brian Wood is a native New Yorker, and he takes a lot of pride in New York, as do I. And the whole book is littered with references, geographic references, as well as locations, little factoids about New York City. So I could really see a teenager in high school in the Midwest or not being in New York reading this and really kind of falling in love with New York the way many of us have. It really represents the city really well, and it really represents the city from an 18-year-old's point of view in college. I mean, a lot of my friends went to NYU. I chose not to. But and this really seemed a lot like the experiences that they went through in their first year at college. So the New York 4, it's $9.99. You can't beat it. It's got a ton of pages, so it's definitely worth checking out. It's from Minx, also DC Comics, so check that out. And if you want to see anything more about comic books, you can head over to ifanboy.com, where you can read all of our discussions about comics. And if you want to check out any other videos, you can head to revision3.com/ifanboy.